Hi, my name is Andrew Bernier, and this is the systems curriculum. See how you connect the dots. Okay, so we've had grades before, right? Probably somewhere on the A to F scale. Well, let's go back to science class for a quick second. So you're sitting there doing your work and say Susie is a couple seats away from you. Now, let's say you both get a B at the end of the semester. Now the question is your B and her B the exact same? Probably not. You both went through the hundreds of different concepts throughout the year, and you likely didn't get every test item, assignment, and lab write-up the exact same. And yet you're both going to be measured at the end by a B, saying that you're both pretty good at science. But we're missing out on a lot of the specific details. And this is actually an archaic model that leaves a lot of questions about what in it that course do we think we're good at and what we probably don't want to pursue in our lives. And so this is actually starting to come to a head because only 27% of employees actually have a job related to their major. And that leaves both employees and companies to fill a knowledge and skill void, something that's very expensive and time consuming. And so recently, both President Crow and Governor Ducey, they met and they said the future work must be flexible, and that technology has disrupted the labor market so much, and the education system is slow but must start to keep up. And so, since we don't know what the jobs of the future are, and that we've seen so much change in the economy, we must prepare students to be adaptive rather focused on any singular job or industry. And it's imperative that education, and this is quote, needs to ready people to connect the dots and connect to each other, as these are skills that are not going to be replaced by automation. So enter the systems curriculum, an interactive web-based assessment tool that allows teachers, students, and families to see where students are making connections between those singular ideas. So the systems curriculum wants to transform those grades from a single measure and into a visual guide showing what students are inherently good at and what specifically needs to improve. The systems curriculum accompanies a teacher's typical grade book, so it would be like an application platform interface to ASU's use of Canvas, that's pictured here. As a teacher enters the grades for a specific assignment assessing select knowledge and skill concept, a network map starts to emerge, then showing how the students link these ideas. So these dots are concepts covered in class, and the lines are unique connections about how well a student makes sense of those connections. So over time, clusters will start and gaps will start to form, showing strengths and weaknesses. And so current grading currently punishes students by averaging these grades together, whereas visualization plays to their strengths. And through machine learning, you can hover over certain connections, and then certain characteristics will start to pop up that can offer, for instance, what specific jobs or industries or even global challenges that might be appropriate for the student based off of these connections. And after the conversations I've had, one that sticks out is that I had a parent of an autistic student that said that something like this would have been incredibly helpful for her student because he had a really hard time articulating what he wanted to do in his life. And so as a teacher enters grades, the map can then be linked to other teachers' grade books. So as the student is going from class to class to class, all the data starts to actually come together in a true interdisciplinary format, which can be an incredibly helpful tool for teams of teachers to start crafting individual and group instruction to have this interdisciplinary platform visualizing what is being learned and what is not. And so our target market are early adapters. We're thinking schools at ASU and secondary charters, but eventually we want to focus on both public, charter, and private schools, undergraduate colleges. We have a couple professors at the School of Sustainability start that are interested in this, and also some early interest in some of the local community colleges as well. Right now, our competitive advantage is that, one, there are many digital grade books, so we can start to kind of see where we can link up. And most mind maps are tedious, they're manually inputted and difficult to read and hard to manipulate. The two companies that I've seen so far that are most aligned are Mastery Connect and Atlas Rubicon, but they still focus on concepts in isolation and not this bridging concept showing how students are actively systems thinking. So right now the strategy is to work with different labs on campus during this fall. We are already starting to work with a capstone project at the School of Computing, Informatics, and Decision Systems Engineering that can start to bring us to a minimally viable product, and then we'd love to get this in the community and start testing in the fall of 2019. And we're working as a annual subscription web-based platform so students can come and go. And as you can see here, we're committed to affordability and accessibility for all schools with the price points that we have listed here. And so the team is lean. It's including myself and my friend, a CEO who's well-versed in the digital realm. And we are looking to add those software engineers. And our advisory board are 3 experienced entrepreneurs and leaders in the business community here in Phoenix. And that's the systems curriculum, where you can see how to connect dots. Please visit our website at systemscurriculum.com. Thank you.